Mr. Clock says good morning.
Morning.
We are live with an excellent connection.
All right. Let me... Okay. Hitting record.
Okay. Gail says good morning from California. Marvelous
Hi,
Music
Gail.
Monday. Donna, how are you doing? I'm so sorry to hear. Thank you, Gail. I'm fine. I'm gonna be just fine. I'm good. I am healing and I am going to be fine. But thank you very much. Appreciate that. We have. Hi, I'm Lydia says hey.
Hello.
Mafia Deadeye Gaming says hello.
Hello.
Bethany is here.
Hey, Bethany.
C. Chen says, can you draw? I don't even know who that is. Two-set violin, I guess. Ina says hello. Good morning, Scott from Pakistan.
Good
That's
morning,
Ibzonic.
Pakistan.
Yeah. Elite Army Jonah says hi.
Hello.
How are we, everybody? It is Monday, March 6th, and please don't even ask me how we got here. I have no idea how it's March already, people. March. On the upside, we do have one son home for spring break.
Yeah, that is good.
It is glorious.
Donna's very happy.
Can you tell? I'm a little happy. I've plotted out what I'm cooking all week. And I'm baking cookies at some point soon, so he'll be enjoying those. Hey, Emma's here. Good morning, Emma.
Hey, Emma.
We have a hi, Scott, and a hi and a good morning from India. Hello from the Netherlands. Nikki says good morning.
Hello, everybody.
Wonderland Unicorn says good afternoon from Germany. I hope you are both well.
We are. Thank you for asking.
We are doing well. Thanks. I hope you're doing well. I hope you guys are all doing well. And please, if somebody can figure out how it's March already, that would be great.
I'd like to say I've had a lot of requests for Pink, but it's actually just been the same person repeating it over and over and over again. So.
And you're giving in so they'll be quiet?
No. I had to pick somebody.
Battle Brooks is here and says, good morning, Scott and Donna. Had a busy weekend because yesterday was my birthday. Happy birthday,
Happy birthday,
friends.
Battle Brooks.
Oh, that's great. Mafia says hello from Pakistan. Hello from Africa. Hello. I like the way you play WoW. You guys are funny.
Thanks.
Oh, that's cute.
Right now it's just been me and my one son, Logan.
Yeah. They left me behind. Which honestly, rightfully so. I'm a little slow. And all I want to do is pick flowers at this point. Okay.
Logan still wants to do the petting.
Yes, we're going to go pet everything on this one plane. We need to do that. Good morning from Indiana. Hello, it's currently evening here. Well, good evening, Sage.
Hello.
Sky Fin Girl. No, I was not able to do the journaling. We did not go live on Friday.
Donna was in a car accident, but she's okay. So
anyway,
we'll be doing it this.
Yes, we'll be doing it this Friday. I will be back to hopefully 100%.
So no one missed anything.
Yeah, you didn't miss anything. Hey, can you tell me more about Pink? No.
I don't know.
We know nothing about Pink. Nothing. If one of the mods knows about Pink, please, by all means. Steph Nerd's here. Good morning.
Hey, Steph Nerd.
And good night for our friends in India. Oh, Ryan's here and says good morning all. Hi, Ryan.
Hey, you.
Hope you have a good class today. Purple Aniket, thank you. I'm good. I am really good. Scott's been an absolute dream, taking care of me, and I'm good. You know, I'm fine. Arwen was not in the car with me, and a car is just a car. So it'll be repaired. It's all fine. Corrupted Wolf says, hey, Scott, was wondering if you could do any members from Oasis for the series. My brother passed yesterday morning from a car accident, and he was, as he was passing, we played Oasis because it was his band.
Oh, I'm
sorry.
so sorry. Gosh, that's horrible.
I'm sorry about that.
I will see what I can do.
Riley wants to know what your favorite art supplies are.
Probably my watercolors and my the Be Creative sketchbook.
Okay. Emma says, Alicia Beth Moorhart, born September 8th, 1979, known professionally as Pink. Seriously? That's her name? Wow.
Oh, I'm sure she wasn't born pink.
Well, come on. I mean...
Just like Taylor Swift wasn't born Taylor Swift.
She wasn't?
I don't know. Oh. I'm just making it up.
You know I'm gullible. Don't say that. Hello from South Africa / Russia. Hello. Are you from both places, or do you not know where you are, or do you have one toe in each place? I'm curious. What's your favorite thing you've ever drawn, besides your gorgeous wife? I threw that in for fun.
Probably the Animal Crackers movie page. Our movie poster.
Waylon Stevenson sent you a tip, which was very kind.
Thank you.
And says, morning from Minnesota.
Good morning.
Please tell me that you are not frozen over and frostbitten this morning.
That's just part of being in Minnesota, though,
I think so, too, but I'm just curious. Taylor Swift is actually Taylor Swift, apparently. Okay. What was your favorite place you've ever been to?
Venice, Italy, which we went to
October.
In September, yeah.
Hey, we have an Ellen. She says, good morning.
Hey, Ellen.
This is my first time catching a stream. It's nice and chill to watch while working on my college art.
Oh, thank you and welcome.
How are we? Peach Frog wants to know.
We are doing good. We're doing okay. I am...
oh my God.
What?
Can you draw pink in pink? No! God, you guys. Jeez. Can you draw pink in pink?
I thought about it, honestly.
Oh. Elite Army Jonah says, you matter more than the car so long as you're safe. Thank you. You're sweet. Kayomi wants to know what everybody's favorite Pink song is, so pop them into the chat so everybody can share, guys. Ryan says, Monday's my easy day. One actual class, but my seniors have a lot of work to do this week before spring break.
Well, say hi for me.
Yeah, tell them all we said hi and get that work done so you can enjoy spring break unencumbered. Hello, Scott. You are very inspiring. Can you tell me what is the good paper for oil pastels? Love from India. I'm also a YouTuber, very inspired from you. My YouTube channel, Learning to Draw with Araya.
Oh, nice. I don't do oil pastels, so I really don't know, but they do have paper for it, and I did buy it, but I just don't like oil pastels.
He really doesn't.
I've tried a couple times. I would follow Black Bean. They're really good at oil pastels.
Pink is amazing, super songwriter, artist, acrobat, feminist, and awesome mom. She is indeed a feminist and an awesome mom. I have seen several of her stuff on Instagram, and she's pretty fierce. I love that about her. Let's see.
And now I'm just adding a little bit of the...
We have a dog.
Art Nouveau kind of stuff.
Her name is Arwen, and she's 11 and a half. She's a pickle when she wants to be. Yes, it is Marker Music Monday. Or Music Monday with markers.
All right, I'm going to start adding some colors.
Let's see. Wow, we've got people here from Sweden and Canada and the Maldives. Good night to the Maldives. People all love her music. All right. If you're going to want to share your artwork so Scott can see it, the best place to do that is probably on our Discord. If you're going to share on social media like Instagram or something like that, you have to tag us because we get so many messages.
You'll know if I see it because I like it.
Yes, correct.
So that will be it.
Kayomi sent you a tip and says, I love your art so much. You're an inspiration. I'm glad to see you drawing my favorite female artist.
Oh, thank you.
And Carzens sent you a tip. Oh, take care and get better soon, Donna. Glad to see that you're okay. Thank you. You're so really sweet. Bad. That's very kind. What are your favorite weapons in WoW?
Oh, I don't have one actually. I like playing. I've been playing a healer. And so for me, I'm a druid. And I don't really attack much. So we're trying to level up to 60. And, we've got all of our dragon riding skills and everything like that. But right now, I am just focusing on healing.
Yeah. He does healing very well.
Yeah.
Do we have a Santa in the chat? We have a Santa in the chat this morning, and he says, "Happy day, everyone."
Happy day, Santa.
How are you, friend? I want to buy a palette for my watercolor tubes. Did you look for something in particular when you got yours? Thank you.
No, but there is a link to the palette on my in my
art supply
list. Yeah. It's called, I think, like a San Francisco palette or something. Which makes sense because I was in art school in San Francisco when I discovered them.
Hey, Nurbeck is here. Wave hi to the red pandas for me. What's the best tip for drawing comics and comic style?
Get the book How to Draw Comics the Marvel Way. That will help you infinitely.
Why did you stop drawing everything every day? I really love the series. Please continue.
I didn't stop. I posted one on Saturday, and I will post another one today or tomorrow. I just Donna was in an accident, and so we took a couple days off to deal with that.
Yeah, life happens sometimes, so we have to adjust. But Scott will be back at it. Hello from Bahrain.
Hello.
I have a fact about me I want you both to know. I've only seen snow once. Oh, and I hope no injuries in the crush. No, I'm fine. Thank you. You guys are all very sweet. I am really okay. I am a little sore, but other than that, I am perfectly
As new people
fine.
come in today, you're going to have to answer it, so just be prepared.
I know. I'm really good, and I thank you very much from the bottom of my heart, all of you, for being so sweet and asking. I appreciate you. Scott, any tips for people who are wanting to start into drawing?
Just grab a paper and pencil and draw every day. We're doing a series where we just draw random things or, ordinary things. I would definitely recommend trying that.
Nicole says, I've been doing the draw everything every day. Thank you for helping me.
My pleasure.
Scott does not listen to Pink. That I'm aware of, at least.
No, I don't.
But you guys asked for Pink, so this is proof you don't need a fancy set of pencils to draw nice portraits.
No, that's the old number 2.
Let's see. Have you ever done sculpting?
No, I'd like to one day.
Perhaps. There's a link to the Discord on our website, but maybe one of the mods could put the link to the Discord in the chat. That would be great. Yes, we are going to do the journaling this Friday. I just wasn't up to it last Friday, so I apologize. But we'll do it this Friday. I promise. Promise. What is your favorite fruit?
Watermelon.
Pineapple. I just ordered alcohol markers because you inspired me.
Oh, great.
Vanessa says, my first live with you guys. Donna, I'm glad to hear you're okay. You're very sweet. We're happy you're here. Good to hear you're all okay. And ever drawn monsters like Tremors monsters or aliens? Or thoughts on goth style art? Love you guys. That's Haley Angel.
I actually worked on Aliens and Aliens versus Predator
The
video game stuff. So I did a lot of them.
Yep.
All right.
There's a lot of tea going on here this morning.
As you guys remember, I am very rusty still with markers, so I don't have a technique. I just kind of just fool around until I figure it out, and so that's kind of what I'm doing right now. So that's why I keep going back and forth between the light colors and the dark colors, and I figure I'll just get enough stuff down and then clean it up. That's what I'm currently doing, just so you guys know. So there's no rhyme or reason to this, so much as I'm just trying to figure this out.
He's using the Ohuhu markers today. And the car is Esmeralda, and she's a 1967 Mercury Cougar. Let's see. Our day is going fine so far. Yeah, he's using the Ohuhu markers today. Do you have any suggestions for when your markers start going dry?
Get new markers. What I used to do was I would aim them down. And let me see, I don't want to do them with these because but I would aim them down. So say this is the part where the tip, and I would just shake them like this with the cap on. Make sure the cap is on. Shake them like that, and that draws all of the fluid to the tip, and that gets you some more usage out of it.
Oh, Waylon says it just snowed last night in Minnesota. Oh my gosh. It was 69 here yesterday. It's ridiculous. The temperature fluctuations here are just crazy. It's like we could go 40 degrees in a day. Layla says, I can't believe I finally get to watch one of your lives. I usually have school, so I'm unable to watch, but because of spring break, I can. I love your work and how awesome you and Donna are.
That's great.
With a little heart emoji. How's about that for some love on a Monday? Oh, Neb says, thank you for putting a heart on my comment yesterday. It made my day.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you guys for the comments. And again, like I said, if I see them, I always heart them just so that way both of us know that I read it. Now, if it's a mean comment, I won't heart it. Not mean to me, but usually mean to others.
We don't like those.
I'll usually hide you from the channel.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. It's that old saying our parents used to say, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. What's the oldest thing you have drawn, and when did you start it? And have you made anything Clone Wars? Let's see, the oldest thing he's drawn is me. I'm really not. No, Esmeralda's older than me, and you drew her.
Honey, we went to Venice, we've drawn ancient things,
you
know?
You have drawn ancient things.
We went to the museum and I
Maybe I'm just feeling old today. I don't
Pharaoh
know.
type of stuff, you know? Yeah, what was the other one? The other question?
Have you made anything Clone Wars?
Yeah, I think so. We worked with James Arnold Taylor, who's Obi-Wan in the Clone Wars, and I think I drew him before.
You have, indeed.
Yeah.
Gail says, a wow tip. Hover your cursor over a group mate mounted on their dragon. You can click and hop on with them and fly around as a whelpling.
Yeah.
Woohoo.
I did that with Donna.
Because Donna doesn't know how to
figure out flying.
Can't figure out how to fly to save my life. Which is why Scott and Logan have managed to go way past me in the Dragon Isles thing.
Again, I am...
You got several people who want tips about trying to go into art or picking art as a major or that kind of thing as a career.
I would look at the individual career you're trying to get into, because every career in art is going to have a different portfolio requirement. Different things that you're going to need to study. So keep that in mind. So if you're going to do storyboards, it's completely different than character designs or painting, fine art or whatnot. So look into that and see what kind of portfolio. Try to make the portfolio for the job that you want.
Recommendations for cheap alcohol markers.
Artbeak. There's a link to them in the products I've tried.
They're very reasonably priced.
Very reasonably priced, and I use them all the time. I really like them.
Scott uses his watercolors are from tubes. Winsor & Newton, and they're from tubes. And in his travel kit, they were originally the pans from Winsor & Newton, but he replaced those, at least a lot of them, with the tubes. His favorite colors from the tubes. Let's see. Huge fan from the Maldives. We're going to need to go there because we have a lot of friends there.
Jeez,
so
does the Maldives ever have a convention or anything like that?
We need to go. That is Pink. How do you guys feel about tattoos?
I think they're great on other people, not me.
Scott could never decide what he would want to put on.
I can't. I that's too much pressure.
Yeah.
What is one piece of art that is going to be with you forever
for the rest of my life?
And if you've seen any of my videos of my art over the years, my style, my own art changes from decade to decade. I don't think I could commit to anything like that.
Let's see. Oh, Lula's here and says good morning. Hope you had a great weekend. How are you, Lula? I was having your Scottish breakfast tea yesterday. How to store paper and a tidy setup. Okay, Time Warrior, this is not the family to talk about a tidy setup because we don't do anything tidy, art related. There's just stuff everywhere. So
there is a website that ranks people's psychology or something like that, like what different kind of those ARM blah blah blah, those different you fit into these categories.
Oh yeah, like ISNFJ, QP, whatever. Yeah.
And so I found one that people were doing, and they had me.
Oh no!
And people were like, "How can you say that they're this when they keep their Hobbit hole so tidy and it's so clean, and they're obviously this?" And I'm like, "It is not clean. You guys are seeing like one section."
No. Okay, so we may be having a little guest joining us in the Hobbit hole after the live today. And let's see, how long did it take us to clean yesterday?
Yeah, it took us 2 days to clean.
We get so many things in that Scott just decides he's going to throw them on the floor behind him on the art table. Or when he takes things out to show you guys, they wind up on the floor behind the art table. And so the pile was rather large on the floor behind the art table. So lest you think we are anything other than normal human beings, let me just tell you. Let's see. The art is looking incredible so far. Keep up the great work, Scott.
Thank you.
I'm off to eat some breakfast.
Have a wonderful breakfast.
So I got some Hemi gouache for Christmas. This is Evie the emu and haven't used it yet. Do you have any tips? Also, love your videos.
Just play around. Try hot press watercolor paper if you can get it. Something smooth, but just play around. When I first got gouache, it just, you feel like I'm a painter now. It's got a really fun kind of feel, like it's very thick, but you got to do a lot of paintings. Don't try to do just one painting. Do like a little painting every day.
Okay. God, you guys, there's so many of you here and there's so many questions. Okay, so let me just blow through a couple of these really quick. Scott does want to try sculpting. No, Scott's wife does not paint or sketch. I do journal. Pugs are adorable, but we don't have a pug. We have a beagle and a Jack Russell. I totally understand your cat is getting older because Arwen's getting older too. It's hard when your animals get older.
Yeah.
I do not like flavored teas anymore. I only like strong black tea. If you can't stand a spoon up in it, I want nothing to do with it. What paper are you using right now for markers? Is that the Ohuhu?
I'm using the Ohuhu markers. That is probably my favorite.
You've never said you had a favorite paper for markers, so this is pretty cool. Yeah. And these sketchbooks, the Ohuhu sketchbooks, are very reasonably priced. They're like $18 to $20. They're not that bad. You know what? My grandmother used to eat squid tentacles, and I will never touch them. They grossed me out when I was 7. I'm 53. They still gross me out. When you do the markers, do you still do the line art, or does it become lineless?
It becomes lineless.
Mm-hmm. He has used Poscas, and he doesn't like them. Scott's not a big shake it and then you press on the nails.
Yeah, there's a video on it.
No, Donna is not Bethany Primrose. We are two separate people. Hello from Bahrain.
Hello.
I've never made a scrap yarn blanket. It sounds interesting though. My school doesn't have internet. Oh, sorry about that. I hate it when that happens. You probably didn't know about it, but you got me through last year. You're so inspiring, and I know you don't like acrylic, but I do, and you're making me experiment with different mediums. Thank you, Scott.
That's
Nicole.
wonderful. And I'm glad you're doing a little better.
Let's see. Favorite concert you ever went to?
It was probably Joe Satriani was at San Jose State.
Oh, God. That's when I got you tickets to go see him, and he was playing with Eric Johnson.
Yeah.
Oh, his fingers were magic. His fingers were floating over the guitar strings.
He was a guitarist.
Yeah, unbelievable. Just unbelievable. When you make portraits, do you trace the features or freehand it?
Depends. Usually I will trace it to make sure that it is as close as possible.
Wow, apparently I sound no older than 25. You're very sweet. Scott's favorite musical artist?
Right now it's Seal.
MD Brick says, I'd really like to improve my drawings. How do I improve without programs and equipment that cost money?
Just drawing every day.
A pencil and a piece of paper.
Yeah, we're doing a series called Draw Everything Every Day. I would look into that.
Mm-hmm. Try that. You can draw a salt shaker, draw a teacup, draw...
You got to start drawing what you see, not out of your head.
What do you do if you decide to do a big drawing project? What do you do to keep in the habit?
In the habit?
I think maybe they're asking if you're doing a big drawing project, how do you keep going at it? And I think you said before you break it down into pieces.
Daily little bites.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any advice for anyone who wants to pursue careers in design? How do I know which stream to choose?
I would say if I was going to pursue design, I would find designers who are doing well, and I would study them, I would copy them, I would learn from them. That's the best way to do it. The best way to do any career, you want to be an astronaut, you want to be a doctor, whatever, is to look and see what people are doing and then interact with them, follow them, copy them, study them.
Great way to do it.
That's the way us Gen Xers did it.
Yep. Do you have it? Yeah, Scott has all the socials, guys. I mean, TikTok, Instagram,
if you go to Sava Art, you'll see all of the.
Yep. If you go to the website,
links.
He's got everything there.
So I'm kind of doing this backwards, which is typical for me, but. I'm actually going darker to lighter, so I'm actually just going lighter, but...
Maria would like to know how long you're planning to continue the series of drawing everything every day.
I think I'm going to do at least 20 of them.
There's a fantastic book by Sarah Nesbitt called Drawn on the Way. Highly recommend to an artist of any skill. That's good to know.
Good. Yeah,
that's,
I love it when people give recommendations.
Let's Dance with Chavi says, I love your art tips.
Thank you.
Let's see. Robert says 50% observation and 50% imagination. How can I get the proportions of the face as accurate as the reference? Any tips?
You can set up visual cues, which are, you draw the head and then you're going to do the center line and another center line, and you just kind of work from there. If you want to get it more accurate, you can try the grid technique, or you can try tracing it.
Okay. You're 53. You guys look 35. Okay.
Thank you.
I think you might need glasses, but thank you. Oh, God. Do you ever use... You guys, everything he's been doing lately is mixed media. If he's doing with watercolor, he's got watercolor pencil, and he puts color pencils on top, and he uses the Uniball Signo marker. So everything... in the end ends up being a mixed media piece, mainly watercolor. Like today's will be mainly markers. I bet you $5 he's going to put pencils or something on top.
Oh yeah, I'll have colored pencils. I already did a zebra brush pen too.
Yeah. Let's see.
Okay, I'm going to start adding some purples.
Can you guys put my YouTube in the... Oh, you did. Okay, never mind. Thanks. I missed some of these comments, and so I'm going back. What's the best practice you recommend for inking?
I have a video on that if anybody wants to.
The clock is back running.
Post about it. any of the mods want to do something.
Yeah, because they're not doing anything.
No, I'm sorry. I was adjusting the camera, so
Gotcha.
I wasn't speaking well.
That's okay. No, I'm not speaking well today either. Clarissa says, hi, Scott and Donna. I love watching your videos and learning a lot, even though I've been doing art for a long time. Thank you for blessing me with your art with love from South Africa.
Oh, thank you.
Well, Clarissa, thank you for blessing us with being here.
Yeah.
We appreciate you. Oh, Myers-Briggs, that's what it's called. Thanks, Leaf Pile.
Well, anyways, if you guys, there's a website that has it, and I don't know anything about it.
Let's see. Yes, several people have tattooed art of Scott's. They have asked for...
I've never seen it, though. People have told me.
Yeah, nobody's ever shared it with us, but, yeah. Do you have to mix the watercolors from the tubes with water before using them?
You have to, you're just going to take paint straight from the tube. You could put it onto your palette. Mm-hmm. You could just put it right onto the paper if you wanted to. And it would move a little bit because it's thick. And but you're always going to have to use a little bit of water.
Mm-hmm. Watercolor.
Yeah.
No, I did not go live on Friday. I did not. I was in a car accident, so I did not go live last Friday. Lots of people are commenting how much they love your videos.
Well, thank you.
And they love your art.
Thank you.
And you've got them all drawing again, which is great.
That is great.
Yeah.
I'm going to see if I can find a purple a little lighter than this. Let's see.
What is the name of the channel? Oh, you put that in. Okay. Let's see.
This? That looks a little lighter, right? Let's see if it is.
Why don't you start a series of drawing Miss World from each country?
Miss World?
Mm-hmm.
What's Miss World?
There's a Miss World pageant.
Oh, Miss. M-I-S-S.
I'm sorry. Did you miss? I was not enunciating enough. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Aw. Jay says it's honestly relaxing to see your lives on the bus ride to school.
Oh.
You're so sweet. Nicole says, my mental health went down and I got the worst separation anxiety with loved ones and friends, but Donna, you got me into journaling. Oh, Nicole, I hope it helps. I know it's, look, anxiety is really a thing and I completely 1000% get it. But journaling really has helped me so very much. Coming out the other side of all of this COVID stuff. And look, I'll be really honest with you guys too. Our son came home on Saturday and he and I went to a play at his high school. And you guys know I wear my heart on my sleeve for my kids. I would do anything for my boys. And I didn't want to go. And it wasn't because I didn't want to be with him. It was because I didn't want to go sit in an auditorium. That's where I'm at right now. And I found myself journaling about it and I went and I had a wonderful time with my son and I did okay, but I came home and I did journal about it and it does, for me personally, in my humble opinion, it helps me to get all the stuff out of my head and my heart and onto a piece of paper. I feel like I'm just letting it go and it's been helpful. I'm really glad it's helping you because I know what it's done for me, so I'm glad. I have no clue who Pink is either. Do you have a portrait book recommendation for beginners? Love your work, by the way.
I don't. I never really looked at portrait books. I always just kind of studied artists who did portraits, so I just would copy their work and pick up on some of their styles and whatnot. But there are some good books. I just don't know. Maybe some of you know some good books that you'd recommend.
Yeah, pop some books into the chat, guys. Looks like you and Donna never fight. If you were a fly on the wall. Why don't you take this one, honey? I need to go get my...
literally
I need
the
to
worst.
Go get my other glasses.
And
I am terrible.
It takes all of my...
Yeah.
No, it's you're two people living together for 30 years. You fight about everything. the thing that keeps you from going insane or the relationship disappearing is the knowledge that we both want the same thing. We both want to be together. You're going to disagree. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to say something stupid. You're going to do something stupid. But at the end, if you both
really good at saying something stupid.
If you both want the same thing, then you work at it. And that's what it is. It's just work.
And you know what else it is? It's never being afraid to apologize. I mean, eat some humble pie and apologize, you know? Because you love this person and that's how you do it, you know? You're human, you're going to say stupid things, but oh my gosh, Babil Edwards, do you ever experiment with new art styles like cartoony or hyper-realistic?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's a video that I posted a few days ago. Watch my art grow over 40 years, and you'll see me experiment with so many different styles.
Okay, so Lily Bill, there is or is it Lil Bill? Sorry, I'm still getting used to these new glasses. There is a video that Scott did about finding photo reference. That will give you all the information on where he finds his photo reference.
All right. I think what I'm going to do is...
What is your biggest struggle with making a living off of art? Making a
Making
living
a living
off of art.
Yeah. It is... You know, the thing about making a living off of art is you get companies like, say, YouTube or Facebook or TikTok or whatever who says, hey, do this and you can make money off of it. Mm-hmm. And then you do it and then you don't make the money that you were told that you're going to make.
Correct.
And that is really frustrating. But, you know, that's the hardest thing is that I have no problem putting the work in. You know, and I will always outwork everybody.
Hardest worker in the room.
Yeah, that's the thing. I will make content every day.
Yeah, till he's asleep.
When it stops paying, then you lose your motivation.
Yeah.
And so that's it. That's the hardest part. And so I think with artists, it's the same thing. If someone was to say, "Hey, I really like this painting. Paint me more of these." And I'll pay you for them. At some point, that dries up. It just does, and that's the part that is frustrating for artists because, you know, we're like, look, you know, we just want to keep doing this.
Yeah.
But finding a way to monetize that is the most difficult thing.
Yeah. And when you're promised some things and then those things don't materialize, that's deflating to people too.
Yeah.
Because you're promised that you're going to be monetized and then it doesn't happen to the extent that they were telling you. What do you think of cross-hatching? Fern doesn't care for it.
Yeah, I mean, you don't see me doing it, but I mean, there are some incredibly talented artists who do it and they do it well. And it's just a technique.
The markers are called Ohuhu markers, Robert. And if you go to the playlists, there is a marker playlist. You can see all the content for the Ohuhu markers there.
Yeah, and I'm always just kind of learning. These aren't really something that I do a lot of, but every once in a while I like to play around. And for me, markers are just kind of fun to play around with. Look at how this is like almost feels it's like a different shade than the other side.
Mooey would like you to do live of scenery watercolor.
Maybe we can go out and do that one day. We've talked about it.
We've talked about sketching in the wild, but it's problematic because going live somewhere else, we were thinking about going live in Italy, but that was just too hard to figure that out. And that with the
Plus
time
we were
change,
teaching a class too.
Yeah, it was a lot. Okay, so for everybody coming in now, I was in a car accident last week. Scott was not in the car. Arwen was not in the car. It was me and the car. I am fine. The car will be repaired. It's okay. It's all good. Yes, I just journal and I talk. That is what I do. They would like to see the photo reference, honey.
Yeah, sure. Give me 1 second.
Oh, Sarah Animations is here. Thank you, sweetie. I am doing much better. I appreciate you asking. Pranav would like you to do the Backstreet Boys. I would not personally be opposed to that. I'm just throwing that out there.
All right, let me find the...
And Sanjana would like to know, who's the other one talking besides Scott? I am now listed as the other one.
That is Donna. This is the photo of Pink.
You need to go outside, boo-boo? You need to go outside? Okay, let me let you outside. Come on, sweetheart. Go outside. Hang on.
All right, let's see. What time is it? All right, we're halfway through. I think we're making some progress.
You think?
Yeah, let me...
I love the way those blend. They blend very
They
nicely.
do have a nice blend, yeah.
Yeah, they do. They blend. It's interesting to me how you blend with markers.
This is a cool color. This is dark purple gray.
Wow, this is a loaded question, and I'm not even sure how you're going to answer this, but I'm going to throw it out there. It's Terrified Otaku says, hey, Scott, do you have any criteria for what a good reference photo should look like?
I do, and I think that's in my video.
I don't remember you ever talking about that.
Essentially, when I look for photo reference, I'm looking for something that is, if it's just for me, then I just look for something that moves me. I will look for good lighting. I will look for clarity, et cetera, because, you know, these are things you're going to learn as you make art. You're going to go, gosh, I wish this had this. I wish I could see the hands better. I wish that, you know, whatever it might be. Those are preferences. But when you're doing likenesses, you want to find something that looks like the person. And I did a thing, if you look at the video about Zendaya, there you can have pictures of a person that don't look like the person. And so it doesn't matter how close you get to the photo reference, it still doesn't look like the person. And no one's going to blame the photo reference, they're going to blame the artist.
That's true.
So you want to make sure that you get photo reference that looks like the person.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm going to take that, and then I'm going to go over with...
Aisha says, I like markers, but I get goosebumps whenever I hear the scratching sounds. Is it
Yeah.
just me? You know what? Some people like that, and some people don't.
So now I'm going over it with purple, and it's really darkening it up.
Jay wants to know, what is your opinion on making reviews only for sponsorships? I see it in the beauty community with makeup products, but I don't know how that works in the art community.
I don't mind doing reviews, you know, like a who sent me these.
Mm-hmm.
But I like to be...
They send us the product for free,
Yeah.
but we don't get paid for the review.
Yeah.
And Scott would prefer it that way because that way he can be honest about whether or not he likes something.
Yeah. I mean, I have done advertising
and
for people.
We've only done 2 of those, I think. And it says paid advertisement on it.
Yeah. And again, you know, like I said, I won't endorse and say, I personally endorse this, but I will, you know, I'm not going to also do an ad for something that I don't like.
Correct.
That said, I think as artists, we owe it to be honest with each other. So if a company sends you a product and you don't like the product, don't make other artists go out and spend money on that because you're gonna lose their trust.
Mm-hmm. I think that's one of the things that is really important to both of us. Like, we'll tell you if a product is cheap. Like, if you guys ask us, like, hey, what's the best thing to start off with if I'm gonna journal or I'm gonna paint? And Scott will tell you, look, you want to learn how to draw? A pencil and a piece of paper.
Yeah.
Same thing with a journaling, a pen and a piece of paper, or a pencil and it doesn't matter. If you want a specific thing, like about the markers, that's why we have the marker playlist, so you can see that. That's why we've been able to, and we've been very fortunate to review things. But I'll tell you something, there's a lot of products that Scott just doesn't like. And there's a lot of products that he's been surprised by, like the acrylic markers. You were very surprised by those.
Yeah.
And you were able to do things like paint on the records, which was interesting.
Yeah.
So we just try to be honest with you guys. That's what we try to do. Okay. Nicole wants to know, why do you always use a white colored pencil for the background on the draw everything every day?
I think if you watch the videos, you'll hear me talking about it every time. But basically, I like shapes. So I like the outline. I like this pink shape, and I like to define it with an outline. And so when I'm doing these, I like to define that outline. I like to define the shapes. And so that's all I'm doing. Is it's just a way for me to kind of lock down the shape. Otherwise, they get kind of soft. And I want this is what I'm drawing. And it's just kind of a way to just emphasize. It's kind of like an exclamation point for me.
Let's see. Books. Make Time, Atomic Habits, and the Art of Happiness. Yeah, those are some good books. I've heard Atomic Habits is really good. I haven't read that one yet. I just recently read a really good book called Tranquility by Tuesday. I thought that was a really good, not necessarily productivity, but sort of rearranging your life for the things that are important to you. Emma's very cute. She says, cars can be replaced, Donna cannot, so we're all glad she's okay. Oh, yeah. I'm just grateful Arwen wasn't in the car. She's always with me. I do not draw, but I journal, and I do a travel journal completely different than Scott does. I don't draw in my journal, but I write a lot, and I collect things from our trip, and I do that too. So I paste things like that in. Let's see. What is your favorite thing to draw, honey?
Hair.
There is a video. I'm all right, thanks. There's a video on Art Block in the Art Hacks playlist. Who does the voiceovers for your Black History Month shorts? Oh, isn't his voice great?
That's Levert.
Mm-hmm.
And there should be a link in the videos. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he goes by Levert the Bassman on TikTok.
His voice is unreal.
And he's here on YouTube.
Yep. Yeah.
But yeah, he's a great educator. Mm-hmm. Great. He was a radio DJ. Mm-hmm. Just such a wonderful human being.
Yeah, all around wonderful human. Can I take a break from art?
Absolutely. I took 10 years off.
He did indeed. Mm-hmm.
I did not paint for 10 years.
Anne-Marie says, hi, friends. I'm sneaking in from work, just finished teaching to say hi and sending all my love your way. Hi, Anne-Marie. Hi, Anne-Marie. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Big kisses. Did you not sleep last night? Anne-Marie.
All right. This is starting to come out. Not bad.
They want to know what your filming setup is, honey. Can you describe what you're filming with?
Yeah. So you guys are looking at me from a webcam. It is a Logitech Brio, and it does HD.
Yep.
It is on a tripod that is on the ground.
On the floor.
It is a big tripod. Could go 7 feet tall, but it is at about maybe 5 feet, so it's just about at my clavicle. Mm-hmm. And it's looking horizontly. And
so
then
Scott paints looking past
and I'm standing
the webcam.
too.
Yes.
Yeah, and then I have another mount that has an iPhone that is recording the vertical video that I'll use for the short that I'll do. Yep. And then I have another mount with a Amazon. It's like not a Kindle, but it's one of those.
Amazon Fires.
Yeah, those cheap things you can get for like $50.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm using to look at my photo reference.
Yeah. Will taking breaks from art destroy your skill over time?
Not destroy, but you will have to go back and relearn.
Scott, you and Donna get to inspire thousands and millions of people. Does that make the less profit easier to deal with?
It does. It does. You know, if artists didn't have to make money, we would be perfect. We would be content. Yeah. That's the constant struggle is against that. I don't want to say a capitalistic society, but it's just whatever it is that it's always been. Yeah. And you know, but this is the world we live in. So, you know, we have kids who are, you know, we have twins and they're both going to college at the same time, you know, and we have bills to pay and we have family needs and we have whatever. And that's fine.
And aging parents and we have all the same things that you guys are dealing with.
Yeah, everybody has their things.
But let's just go with this. It's been the last few years have been hard for everybody. And I think if Scott and I have taken one thing out of the last couple of years, we're just grateful that we get to be together. We're grateful that every day that we're healthy. Yeah. And you guys, when we tell you guys that it really has been a joy to be here with you, we get up and you guys are on my calendar. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9 a.m. is on my calendar for live. Yeah. Every day.
And so to answer your question, yes, it does mean.
I think exponentially, yes.
Yeah. It is such a joy to do this and to know that people are yeah, that they like us, that they're enjoying spending time with us, and the videos are doing well. You know, like they that helps. That definitely, like I said, if you could take money out of the picture, out of the equation, we'd be fine. Yeah. Because we don't really want for anything. No. It's just, you know, you worry about retirement and you worry about your kids and you worry and so all the things. Yeah, it's just that's life, you know. It is. It's just life.
But you I don't know, we just look forward to being here with you guys. I don't know how else to say that.
Yeah.
We just look forward to being here. Watercolor let me try that again. Watercolor or markers, which are better while traveling?
Watercolor. Because watercolors can be dry. Mm-hmm. Markers can you know, when you get on a plane, they can explode. I've traveled with both, and I definitely think watercolors are better.
Would you rather draw a complex drawing or a simple one? Also, I love your videos. That's Galactic Sprinkles.
Oh, thank you. I think it's a mood thing. Some days you just want to just kind of sit and just get lost in a really complicated piece. And other days you just want to think, you know, draw something nice quickly. So I think it's a mood thing.
Amphibious Adventure is going to class, but thank you for the stream. And one last question. Do you have any videos on The Legend of Zelda?
No, I just have one painting that I did, and it would be on TikTok of Zelda that I did. And actually, I think the painting is up for sale. Oh, by the way, Bethany put up a whole bunch, I think like 100 or something, new pieces of art. Mm-hmm. Some as cheap as $20 mm-hmm. and then a bunch at $200. Yeah. But there's a bunch of new art. I went through and I decided I was going to sell some of my older drawings and some of my older sketchbooks.
Mm-hmm. Are you going to stop making videos when you retire? I know that's a while away, but I'm curious.
I think it just depends. I don't think I'm going to ever stop making art so long as I can keep making art. But the videos, I think that just depends on where the world goes, you know? Like will YouTube even still be around? Will people still be making videos? Will everything be AI or whatnot? You know? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, so long as people want it, I'll probably still keep doing it.
These are Ohuhu markers, and the sketchbook is the Ohuhu sketchbook. Blech. Tongue twister there today. Who's your favorite Renaissance artist, and what would you ask them?
I don't really like the Renaissance, but it would probably be Michelangelo.
Yep.
And I don't know if I would ask them anything, but I would love to learn to sculpt.
Okay, I don't know what microphone we're using. Scott's using the microphone on the Logitech, the webcam, and I don't know what microphone I'm using. I have no idea. What's it called? Mayono? I don't know. Maono. Let's see. What is your favorite fantasy or mythical creature from any mythology, book, show, or movie franchise?
When I was growing up, it was always a centaur. And, but, like if people say, if you could be, it would always be an elf.
Oh, Anne Marie and Bethany were up late. They were body doubling, getting stuff done.
Oh.
All right. Let's see. Isn't that the 320 marker set?
Yeah.
Jonathan, that's the 320 marker Ohuhu set.
There's a video on it because they sent it to me.
Sarah loves the way you shade skin.
Oh, thank you. I'm trying to give it more.
We're still here, so you're not late.
I'm trying to give it more artsiness to it, so it's not just hey, I'm drawing exactly what I see. I'm trying to. I want you to see lines and have it feel alive, and so that's what you're seeing me do. Is just try to.
They want to know if you're going to use a stencil for the background.
No. I think I'll just do what I've been doing with the markers. Is I'll do a nice outline, maybe do a little bit of the acrylic paints over it. Nothing fancy.
What do you think is the best medium for drawing skin?
Depends on if you're trying to go for realism or stylized. So, I used to do more realistic would be colored pencils. Though I'm sure like oils and acrylics can do that too.
Let's see. These are the Ohuhu markers, and he is drawing in the Ohuhu sketchbook. Kadir, if you go to the Art Hacks playlist, there should be some videos there on drawing heads and faces and all that kind of stuff there. How frustrating was it to go back and relearn? I majored in music, and right before graduating, my dad got COVID. 9 months later, he died. It's been over a year since I practiced consistently.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I am so sorry about that. COVID just sucked.
Yeah, it wasn't frustrating because I actually decided the reason why I stopped doing it was because I was bored of colored pencils, and so I picked up watercolors, and so it was new, it was exciting, it was and so I think that's what I did was I didn't pick up back from where I left off.
You did.
I decided to try a different medium. So I don't know if that's equivalent to what you're going through, but maybe try a different genre, maybe try a different instrument, maybe try something different to change it up and to give you something, because learning is, if you're learning and you're enjoying learning something, that is exciting, and that gets you, it makes you want to try, it makes you want to learn, so, or get out and do it.
You also, I think, have to be ready, because Scott bought me these paint by numbers, years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, and I wasn't into it, and I tried it, and I ended up throwing it away because I wasn't into it, and some of the paints were bad. But I went and found one that I really was excited to do, and now I'm really enjoying working on it. I think you have to be ready to do something. You have to be open to it too. Art Bomb wants you to rank your favorite art supplies in order from best to least favorite.
I know my favorites are going to be watercolors, colored pencils, gouache, markers. Least favorite is going to be... I
gotta take this.
Okay.
This is on.
Least favorite is probably going to be oil pastels. So maybe oil painting. I mean, just because I haven't done it since high school. Digital has not been my friend. But yeah, that would probably be that. Let's see here. Thank you, Mr. Clock.
That was the towing company.
Yeah.
They are moving my car to the shop today to be worked on.
Yay!
Progress, you guys. Progress. Progress.
So this is kind of, for me, I don't want to say the fun part, but this is like, okay, because I didn't know how to start this piece. And so now I'm at the part where I'm like, okay, I've got enough information here. Now I could decide, what part, I can make it a little more artsy. And that's kind of what I'm trying to do.
Okay, Ellen would like to know if you've had any progress on finding a new hobby.
I have not.
He hasn't done anything. He started thinking about it and then pushed it to the side. I think maybe once our son goes back to college, he'll have a little bit of extra time on his hands. Because right now, I mean, to be perfectly honest, when Logan's home, it's like I'm cooking constantly. And Scott's like, Logan will say, hey, Dad, if he's got 5 free minutes, you want to play a video game? Want to play a video game? So we just drop whatever we're doing and we hang
Also,
with
we
our kids.
installed an air conditioning unit yesterday. And we've got things around the house.
He took me grocery shopping.
Yeah.
It was very cute. Yeah, he's very sweet. Can you do a coloring book video?
Where I color in a coloring book, or where I make my own coloring
I
book?
really wish you'd take your line art and make a coloring book.
I don't like my line art.
I don't care. You're wrong. Your line art is beautiful.
Well.
And people love it. We sell Scott's art on our website, ssavaart.com. Who's your favorite Hobbit character?
Bilbo.
He has done digital art.
Not well.
Not well. Yeah, you did okay. You're not great at it, but you did okay. Our friend David, who is on here, who is one of our mods, is phenomenal at digital art and makes wonderful characters. Are you good at English literature? No, he is not. I love literature. Hot or cold press? Which of these two do you use when you use ink and watercolor?
Cold press for ink and watercolor. Hot press I use when I'm doing gouache.
Did you ever play Halo?
I did when it first came out on the computer.
Bethany says 150 new pieces of art. Yeah, we owe her big time. Do you like perspective drawing?
I don't not like it. It is what it is. It's a thing you got to do. All right, so here's what I am going to do. I am going to...
Have you ever used Faber-Castell markers? I don't think so.
I don't think so, no.
Scott's done lots of fantasy stuff before. Tons of fantasy stuff. He's done tons of Lord of the Rings. He's done tons of other stuff. And he did his own comic book, The Dreamland Chronicles. His favorite thing to draw is me or hair. The picture Wander Above the Sea of Fog was painted by, Caspar David Friedrich. Indeed it is. And it is in Hamburg at the museum there. And I want to go see it. When are you going to make a channel membership? We're talking about it, actually. With some art classes on there. We're talking about it.
Yeah.
I remember your Medusa painting. Who was your inspiration for that?
Medusa.
I don't know how delayed the stream is because I am on 2 different cameras. Do you paint a lot off camera?
No, I really don't anymore. I used to, obviously, before I started doing this. But no, now if I'm going to paint, I might as well record it.
Yep. If you could give advice to a starting artist, what would you tell them?
Draw everything every day. Don't draw out of your head. exclusively. Draw what you see.
Danielle says, can't say everything in a short message, but y'all are amazing, truly inspiring, and make this world a better place. Thank you for everything. You've changed my life, not just my art, but me as well.
That is so kind of you.
That's
Thank
very
you.
Sweet. You're very, very sweet. Again, you guys changed everything for us too. We have a reason to get out of bed in the morning, and we get to be here with you guys.
Yeah, we really love hanging out with you all.
We appreciate you guys so very much. What's the best gouache you know of? I want to get into it, but don't have a lot of money. I love your videos, and I've started learning to do portraits thanks to your videos.
Oh, that's great.
Mm-hmm.
I love Winsor & Newton, and that might not be cheap enough. The Hemi gouache that we tried was pretty good too, and that was fairly cheap.
Mm-hmm. Scott does not like Posca pens. He is not going to rearrange the markers again. What got you into watercolor? I love your art.
What got me into watercolor was just being sick of colored pencils, really. I just was done, and I needed to try something else, and I just picked them up and went, oh, it felt artsy.
Tracy wants to know if you ever struggled finding time to create when your kids were little.
Yeah, that was the 10-year gap. That was part of that. Was the 10-year gap. Yeah. I was making art digitally. I was doing 3D. I wasn't drawing. But yeah.
And honestly, I think the biggest thing that I didn't do when the kids were little was take time for myself. And I should have. I should have taken 30 minutes a day for myself, but I didn't. And looking back, if I could change one thing about that, I would have given myself a little bit of time to do something. It's very hard.
I don't think that is a good color. I think I should go with the white.
But you should take time for yourself.
Maybe
that's
yellow. Blow dryer, everybody.
We're on here for 90 minutes 3 times a week. Honey?
Yeah.
Galactic Sprinkles would like to know, what are some tips you have for shading?
Look at the Draw Everything Every Day series.
You make me want to do art right now, but I'm cold. You're so funny. I'm drawing my window right now, and I love your videos.
Oh, thank you.
What is a beginner thing to draw that will develop art skills? Check the Draw Everything Every Day. Scott's got an apple. He's got a salt shaker. Check that out.
There's a playlist.
Mm-hmm. Raymond Galvez says, hey, Scott, I'm glad I'm painting with you today. I'm painting the Taj Mahal as my project, and your style of painting buildings in your travel journal really inspires me.
Oh, that's great.
Your animal art inspired me to ink my sketch today for my university project for endangered animals. Thank you for always inspiring me. Your work makes me happy. It's amazing. That's Rachel.
Absolutely my pleasure. Thank you.
We need to make recurring gifts, Draw Everything Every Day. I think we need stickers for that. No, thanks guys. I appreciate you. Who is your favorite singer/rapper?
I think it'd be Seal.
The Draw Everything Every Day Parab is pencil sketches, so check that out. Have you considered drawing anything from Halo?
No. Not that I wouldn't, I just haven't considered it.
Yeah. What's a beginner thing to draw that will develop art skills?
Things like apples and stuff like that. Simple things.
Mm-hmm.
Just simple
Draw
things.
a coffee cup.
Okay, I still got couple more things I need to do, which is now to bring in the colored pencils.
Oh, what program, Catherine would like to know, what program or how do you edit your videos? How long does it take? As always, love your work.
Oh, thank you.
A lot longer than you'd think.
Yeah, I use Adobe Premiere Pro, and they can take two hours sometimes to edit.
Mm-hmm. But it can take upwards of 3 to 4 hours when
depending
he does
on
the video, the voices, the whatever, all of that.
All right, so now I'm just going to pop in with the highlights.
Do you feel like making videos about your art changed your way of making art?
Yeah,
That's an interesting question.
because I have been doing videos, and I'm sure a lot of you have seen artists who do these beautiful larger pieces, and they'll get like 30 million views on this gorgeous piece that they did, but it takes them months to do that piece. So now they've got all these followers, they're trying to create content, so they keep showing the same piece, but just different kind of videos on it or something like that. That's what I wanted to avoid. I didn't want, I liked doing larger pieces, pieces that take me like a week or two, but you can't do that and create daily content. So I started creating quicker 90-minute pieces, and that's how I got to where we are right now. Is I'm creating content for my paintings are now for the internet, not for for videos, not for me.
Okay, people want more anime. They want an Animal Crackers coloring book. They want you to try oil pastels. Let's see. Thoughts on screen printing? Screen printing is awesome. That's how you get things onto t-shirts and sweatshirts and everything. Do you like Star Wars? Yeah, we do. We go live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9 a.m. Central Time. Oh, please don't ask Scott to splatter anything. Oh my God. See, they all agree with me. Your line art is amazing. I know.
Yeah,
he is the worst critic of himself. It's crazy. Crazy. I don't think you've ever drawn Princess Diana, have you?
No.
I don't think so. Oh, Jeremy Newton says, I came home from college, and at college we had to do an assignment on modern day artists, and I did it about you.
Oh, that's amazing.
That's very
I'm
kind.
so flattered.
That is very kind. Burb Time says, wanted to ask something, but how does one get used to drawing in public spaces? I attend art classes, but the anxiety gets to me. Oh, it's a thing.
Yeah. I did a video on it, and it is, for me, it is noise canceling headphones and finding a quiet spot away from everybody. And then I always take a photograph.
Yeah.
Always take a photograph, because sometimes I just go, nope, not going to do it. And I just want to get up and go. And so you take a photograph so you don't miss out.
And sometimes, honestly, we're there, depending on the circumstances. We could be there for literally 5 minutes, and he's like, nope, I'm done. We're out of here.
Yeah.
And it's just being flexible enough to say, did you take a picture? Are you okay? And figuring out what it is. And then, and sometimes we're there for like an hour, hour and a half. It just depends on the circumstances. You got to be okay with it.
But
either way.
always before before I start any sketch, I always take a photograph. So that way, if sometimes I just get just a very, very rough drawing, and then sometimes I get a whole painting done. Like when we go to the zoo, I don't always get a chance to sit and finish what we're doing, because the animals sometimes they get a little too overstimulated and cranky, and they want to go. They gotta, and so they're like, sorry, she's got to go back into their cage and go. They need some quiet. And you go, okay, and then I finish it later.
Yep. And sometimes you get Stanley, who come out of his happy little crate and play with you for like 30 minutes and then get overstimulated. Yeah, then he gets overstimulated. And then he starts freaking out and flying over your head. And then they're like, we're going to put him back in the crate now. He's a little overstimulated. He's like a 3-year-old. Susan wants to know, says, good morning. And if we watch the commercials in your videos, do you get paid or does YouTube? I'm hoping you get paid.
I get paid 50%. So yes, I don't think it makes a difference if you watch the videos or not, but regardless, thank you.
Let's see. Scott does not speak any other languages.
All right, I think I'm...
Oh, today in art class we were supposed to be drawing a favorite artist, and I'm still working on a picture of you. I'm quite happy with it.
Oh, thank you.
Scott's been doing art since he was about 6 or 7. AI art is just not art. Like, no work gets into real art, what you're making right now. We do have merchandise. It's by CrowdMade. They're doing our merch. The mods put the link in. And yes, I 1000% agree with you guys that the mods are doing an amazing job. Oh, Just Go Outside is here. Hi, Patrick. How are you?
Hey.
How about a Just Go Outside logo? LOL. Oh, I wish he would do a logo for you.
I wish I knew how to do logos.
Yeah, he doesn't. He really doesn't. Did you ever try fabric paint? I think your art would look amazing on a clothing piece or tote bag. Okay, so I am wearing a pink sweatshirt right now that says blow dryer with the blow dryer sticker on it.
I think they're talking about actually painting on fabric, which if you look at the video of me with Stanley, the rhinoceros hornbill, if you look at my jacket, I was actually playing around with some markers maybe about 12 years ago or something. And I did Batman on my jacket, on my denim jacket. So you can see that.
Hey, and if you guys haven't followed Just Go Outside, please do. Just give him a follow. Just check him out. Check out the videos, check out his site, and give him a follow. We do have a pet. We have a dog. She's wonderful. And a pain in the butt at the same time. Any advice on starting a career in art?
Yeah, find the career that you would like to do and then study the people who are doing that. Ask them questions, learn from it. Mimic that style. Build your portfolio to match it.
Scott did draw animals, just for the record. He did 30 days of national animals, and you can find those. There's a national animals playlist. We are not going to do a video gaming stream. I don't listen to music when I journal. I can listen to music while I do other things, but I can't. Writing is different. I need to I like it to be really quiet. But since I'm a mom, I'm really good at tuning a lot of things out. So when we were out in Venice, I actually was able to write. I just sort of tuned everybody out.
All right. She has, I think, like a nose ring or something like that.
Advice for blending. Blending what?
Yeah, it depends on
markers,
what you're
colored
blending.
pencils, watercolor. Scott's favorite thing to draw is hair. He has not done any Zelda paintings at all.
I did paint Zelda.
When?
Someone had asked that earlier, and I actually answered the question.
I'm sorry. It's Monday and I'm tired. My dog is called Betsy, but we call her the Black and White Nightmare. Arwen has become a giant pickle in her old age. She's very stubborn. She's very demanding. And if she wants to be awake and wants to go outside, you'll know that she wants to be awake and go outside.
At 2 a.m.
At 2 a.m. Yes. Yes, indeed. Hey, good morning, Richard.
Hey, Richard.
Loving your new landscapes. Loving them.
Okay, I think I'm done.
When you draw in public, do you get a lot of stares or do people approach you? If yes, how do you deal with that? I get a lot of stares and it makes me nervous. Yeah, people do stare.
Okay, so Donna notices that people stare. I don't. I have my headphones on and I don't look up at other people. I don't. I think that is something that you gotta practice is stop worrying about what other people are looking at. Stop worrying about what other people think of you. And I'm not saying you do. This is just a general thing of, I don't, you're inconsequential to me. You're going on with your life. I'm going on with my life. Now, if you come up and you tap me on the shoulder, which people have done.
That annoys me.
Well, it annoys Donna. It doesn't annoy me. Someone
I
comes
don't know
up and
how.
they say, oh, that's beautiful, or they ask me a question, I'm totally happy to answer it. But other than that, I'm not looking at people. I'm looking at what I'm drawing, and that's my focus. I'm in my own world, and
Yeah.
and I'm happy.
You really are. He does especially with the headphones on. With the headphones on, I think you do that. I don't know. I guess I'm thinking of that whole Venice thing where there was like a swarm of people around you, and I just couldn't handle that. That was just
Donna,
that was my anxiety.
That's always been Donna.
That was-
Donna's always, she says, that person gave me a dirty look. That person scowled at me. That
just
person,
don't.
and I'm like, why are you looking at people?
I don't. It's just anxiety. I don't know. How many states have you been to?
Let's see. A state of
16?
panic, a state of frustration,
State of anxiety.
yeah. We've been to a few.
Have you ever drawn Eminem?
No, I've never drawn Eminem. I don't even think I've
lining
drawn
my window
M&Ms.
and my hand slipped. What do I do?
You're what?
I was lining my window. They're drawing a window, and my hand slipped. What do I do?
Work around it, and if it's just really bothering you later, you can always fix it with some gouache or some markers or something like that.
What noise canceling headphones do you use, and do you play music on it or not?
I have Bose, and no, they're just. I mean, I have played music on them before, but no, they are just dead silence.
Did you get burnt out on drawing on the records?
Yeah, it wasn't the burnout; it was the hole.
He doesn't know what to do with
The hole is just so big, and I just it was just
Do you get paid for the shorts?
Yes, just not as much as we were supposed to.
That was a little bit of a disappointment.
Yeah, that was a bit of a disappointment, and we're hoping that they fix it. But they were supposed to, as of February 1st, pay us more money, and they didn't. So, which is fine. I'm still going to keep doing this.
It is what it is.
It's just we're trying to find more ways to keep doing this.
There's been a couple of you who've said, how does it feel being with a cool husband, and I'm a cool wife, and we're lucky to be together. We get it. Believe me, we get it. But it's also a lot of work. You gotta want it.
Yeah. All right, we have to leave.
Says, Donna is similar to Mrs. C. She's very protective when I'm out in public and people are trying to interact. I agree with that 100%, and thank you for pointing that out. I think because people just want a lot from you, and I would think they would want more from you than they would from Scott, and I completely understand how she is protective is a great way to phrase that. And I understand people are interested in your art. I do, but it's like, to me, there should be a little distance there. There should be a little...
It hasn't been a problem for me.
Yes, it hasn't been a problem for you, but I get it. No, Donna does not draw. I'm going to do like a couple of more questions, and then we're going to go. Let's see. Guys, I keep telling you, Scott does not plan what he's going to draw.
Me what I'm going to do on Wednesday?
Yeah, they want to know what you're going to do next.
Gosh.
Yeah, they want to know what you're going to do next. We have no idea.
It'll involve watercolor. Maybe.
Yes, because it's Watercolor Wednesday.
Yes, but maybe. I might change my mind.
Yeah, we're sort of giving him license to change his mind on that one. And I think we're gonna just leave it at that. And so yeah, I can see why you call your home the Hobbit hole, because I've seen the circular doorway in some of your videos. Dalton, if you look, there's a video on making his room a Hobbit hole. That is there as well. So, all right. Well, we are going to go because we are expecting company. So we are going to go, and we will see you guys on Wednesday.
And thank you for letting me make a marker drawing of pink today.
Well, it's still Music Monday. So, Vishaka, you didn't tell us what blending watercolor, blending markers, blending pencils, blending
Ask in the comments. I'll try to answer.
Ask in the
But
comments.
ask specifically for which medium.
Which medium are you asking for?
Thank you all.
Thanks
We
for
will
being
see
here,
you
guys.
on Wednesday.
We will indeed. Have a great day. Have a marvelous Monday. Let me go here.